All right, part 3. So I need to go back to part 1 and figure out my first car. So my first car was a Honda Civic, which was a sedan. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put a little check here and label this as a sedan. And then car 2, my second car, I didn't have one here. I didn't pick one, so I was going to make sure to put whatever that is. It might be a truck. And then for car 3, whatever that is, okay? I'm going to be using this information to do some analysis. So I make sure I know what the 3 cars I picked were. For my first two-way table, I need to fill in the totals, so I can start by looking at these 3 numbers. So 8 plus 12 plus 5. 8 plus 12 is 20, plus 5 is going to be 25. And I'm also going to go down here. So 8 plus 14 plus 10. So 24, that's going to be 32. So I'm going to do the same thing to add up these numbers, add up these numbers. Make sure to add up these numbers and add up these numbers, and then you should add up all these to get this value here. So all these totals need to be filled in. All right, once you have that, I'm looking at my low maintenance cars. My low maintenance cars are right up here. So how many low maintenance cars are there? There are 25 low maintenance cars. So that means my denominator is going to be 25. I'll make this a little thinner. My denominator is going to be 25. Of the low maintenance cars, which one's a sedan? So I'm only looking at this group here. The sedans are 12. So that means that 12 out of 25. I'm going to take my fraction. I'm going to put it here. And then I need to put my decimal, so 12 divided by 25 is going to be 0.48. And then I'm going to times that by 100, and that's going to be 48%. So 48% of the low maintenance cars are sedans. So you're going to do the same thing for these right here. And so for these, remember that whatever comes second is going to be my denominator. So that would mean my denominator is going to be the SUVs. So I got to figure out how many SUVs there are. And then my numerator is going to be cars that are low maintenance. So make sure I'm setting up my fraction. I'm going to find how many SUVs there are. And then of those, how many are low maintenance? You're going to do the same thing. And then, let's do those down here. And then don't forget this symbol includes both. So it would be sedans or trucks. So my numerator would be sedans or trucks. So how many can we include in both those groups? And my numerator would be low maintenance. So my fraction should start with that. You gotta find out how many sedans or trucks there are, and then how many are low maintenance. And then you have to decide which of these you would choose. Based on these details for maintenance, would you choose an SUV, a sedan, or a truck? And make sure you're finding a probability that's going to help explain why you picked that.